This presentation will continue to build on our previous website design presentations and provide you with the in-depth secrets behind the design and layout techniques that produce lead-generating and money-making websites. When it comes to building a leads-attracting, revenue-generating website, 80% of your total success depends on the headline and subheadline combination you use. Why so high? Prospects today are busy, and if they don't instantly see something on your website or landing page that indicates you have the solution they're looking for, they'll leave immediately. Seriously, you have on average about 3 seconds to grab their attention. That's why every website and landing page must have an attention-grabbing headline and an engaging subheadline that promised your prospects a solution to their problem. Let me give you an example. We recently consulted for an attorney that specialized in DUI defense. DUI stands for driving under the influence. He had a professional-looking website, and he also had a headline at the top of his site. It said, "Have you been charged with drinking and driving?" Okay, fair question, but consider this. Why would I be at this site if I hadn't been charged with drinking and driving? Isn't this just restating the obvious? This also explains why this attorney wasn't generating any business for his site, even though it was created by an award-winning website developer. The problem had nothing to do with the site design. It had to do with the simple fact that the design of any website must include the basic marketing fundamentals we refer to as the marketing equation. We recommended to this attorney that he change his headline to focus on his prospects' hot buttons. Think about it for a moment. If you had received a DUI, what would you be worried about? Well, in today's society, drinking and driving are now considered taboo. In many areas, even your first offense comes with mandatory jail time. So, wouldn't you be worried about going to jail? And if you do, that jail time comes with a felony conviction on your permanent record that may prevent you in the future from getting a home loan or probably disqualification from many job opportunities. Those are the key critical hot buttons for this attorney's ideal prospect. So we asked him to change his headline and subheadline to reflect those hot button issues. Now, at the top of his website, his prospects see this: 30 days mandatory jail time, a felony conviction on your permanent record. Scared? You should be. Then his subheadline promised his prospects that he offers a solution to their pain. It says, "Former prosecuting attorney can keep you out of jail, reduce your fine, and completely eliminate your felony conviction, guaranteed." You then watch a brief video where he reinforces the fact that he can literally guarantee you won't go to jail or receive a felony conviction. And then he offers a free report that goes into step-by-step detail how he accomplishes this, since many prospects will be very skeptical of such a bold claim. So let me ask you again, if you had received a DUI and you stumbled across this site, think you might be interested in speaking with this attorney? This is the power of the marketing equation, and for any small business owner who learns it and applies it to their marketing, they can instantly dominate their market. That's what today's presentation is going to focus on, helping you to thoroughly understand the marketing equation and how you can use it to design and build a lead-capturing, revenue-generating website. Previously, we discussed the 3 principles that must always be present if your marketing is going to be effective. First, all marketing must grab the prospect's attention. Second, every prospect, no matter who they are or what they buy, is always looking for the best deal. And third, your marketing must contain a low or no risk offer to further facilitate the prospect's decision-making process. Now we need to ensure that you always include these 3 principles, and that's the job of the marketing equation. You need to follow the marketing equation for every marketing piece you develop, and that includes your website and landing pages. So commit this to memory. Interrupt plus engage plus educate plus offer equals big bucks. Let's break down the marketing equation and discuss each component as it applies to your website. First, you must interrupt your prospects so that they'll notice and pay attention to your message. This is done with an attention-grabbing headline. Attention-grabbing means hot button oriented. It's absolutely crucial that your headline address a major problem, concern, fear, or frustration that your prospects generally experience when they buy what you sell. The headline is by far the single most important part of any marketing piece, and especially when it comes to your website. If your prospects don't read or notice the headline, then they won't stay on your site, no matter how well it's written or designed. So, if your headline doesn't do its job, the rest of your site is nothing but a waste of time, effort, and money. But if you look at most every single website on the planet, you will immediately notice that no one is doing this. The top of most websites always have the name of their business and then often contains a cute little slogan or tagline and possibly a picture of the person offering the service or a picture of the product being offered for sale. That's a tremendous waste of the most important real estate on that site. Let me say this again as emphatically as I possibly can. No one, and I mean no one, cares one bit what you have named your business or what you look like. Prospects only care about what's important to them. They've come to your website in search of a solution to a major problem, frustration, fear, or concern that has come into their life, and they want it out of their life fast. That's what the headline must do. Hit the specific hot button so the moment they land on your website, they actually think to themselves, I'm home. This person understands exactly what I want, exactly what I'm going through. This is a person I may be able to trust and do business with. I'm not absolutely sure about that yet, but they have now earned my attention for a few more minutes, and I'm willing to listen to their message. And as long as they stay focused on that message, I will continue to pay attention. Deviate from that message even for a moment, and I'm out of here. Seriously, that's exactly what your prospects are thinking every time they land on your website or landing page. This again highlights the critical importance for you to select a niche market and stop trying to be all things to all people. Your prospects are coming to your site for a specific reason, so make sure that reason is a primary hot button within your niche market. And let them know you specialize in that niche market the moment they arrive, with an attention-grabbing headline at the very top of your site. No matter what the medium, every marketing piece starts with a headline, and that headline must grab the prospect's attention effectively and immediately. On a website or landing page, the headline is printed in the largest type, so the eye goes to it first. If it's written correctly, the right attention-grabbing headline also serves a crucial function that many marketers and business owners don't think about. It immediately qualifies your ideal client and disqualifies those prospects who aren't your ideal client. A well-crafted headline will speak directly to those prospects that genuinely want or need your product or service, and those are the prospects you want. Unfortunately, simply grabbing your prospect's attention is not going to get your message across, because the moment after you've grabbed it, you'll lose it within seconds, unless you're carefully following the marketing equation. Once you've grabbed your prospect's attention, you must ensure that the very next thing they see or hear engages that attention, and that's the subheadline's job. Your subheadline needs to engage your prospect's attention by promising to provide them with vital decision-making information that will solve the major concern or frustration that was addressed in the headline. Your subheadline must build on the impact of the headline. It must connect and be so intriguing that the prospect will be compelled to read further. Your subheadline will be in the second largest font in your marketing piece. Plus, it will be placed directly below your headline so that it appears to flow naturally out of your headline. Notice how the headline and subheadline work together on this heating and cooling website to interrupt and engage our ideal prospect by first addressing the major problem or concern taking place in their life, and then second, promising to provide them with vital decision-making information that will solve that major problem or concern. Let me repeat that again. The headline addresses the biggest problem, concern, fear, or frustration your ideal client typically experiences when they buy what you sell. And the subheadline promises, not gives, promises that if they continue to read or listen to the rest of the message, they will discover the solution to that problem. Here are some additional examples that demonstrate the awesome attention-grabbing power of well-written headlines and subheadlines. Is your small business becoming a victim of the recession? Failing to have these systems in place increases your chances of failure by almost 3 to 1. If your small business was experiencing hard times, would you be compelled to continue reading or listening to the information on this website? Finding it difficult, if not impossible, to get pregnant? Doctors are astounded by new miracle pill that increases your chances of conception by 211%. Regardless if you're male or female, if you and your significant other were having difficulty conceiving a baby, would this headline-subheadline combination grab your attention and keep you engaged? This works no matter what the product, service, or industry. Want to quit smoking for good? Without willpower, drugs, or cravings, and without getting fat? A recently discovered medical procedure can do all of this and more in just 30 days. Even if you weren't a smoker, would you be all but compelled to find out just what this recently discovered medical procedure is all about? Of course you would. Now that you've interrupted the prospect by getting their attention and engaged them by making a promise of providing them with decision-making information that solves their problem, it's time to seal the deal, so to speak. Now you must educate your reader by providing them with significant innovation information about how it is that your business delivers on the promises you made in the headline and subheadline. In print ads, this is the task of the lengthiest piece of text in your entire marketing piece, the body copy. On a website, this is often called your sales letter. Think of it this way. You're a trial lawyer and the jury is made up of prospects you're trying to convince. Your headline and subheadline would be your opening statement in front of that jury, and it would sound something like this. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, John Smith murdered Mike Jones. That would be your headline. And I'll prove it by revealing 4 critical pieces of damaging evidence the prosecution doesn't want you to see. That's your subheadline. When you combine the two, everyone on that jury would be dying to find out what that evidence is. Once you interrupt and engage your prospects, it's up to the body copy to detail your case by presenting all the relevant evidence that will convince your prospects to buy what you sell. In the case of our product or service, your body copy must convince your prospects that you have the best product or service available. But simply telling them that you're the best value isn't enough, because anyone can say anything. You have to prove it. Your body copy must emphasize and elaborate on the benefits the prospect wants, and not simply the features you have. The single biggest and most common mistake business people make is to focus constantly on their business's features and not on its benefits. There's an old adage in the world of sales: features tell, benefits sell. Businesses that focus on features will forever compete on price. Businesses that focus on benefits will forever compete on value. Remember, every prospect is looking for the best deal, and that does not mean the lowest price. It means the most value. Prospects will pay a higher price if they understand the value of your product or service. Therefore, it's imperative that your body copy informs your prospects about your greatest value with crystal clarity. Let's revisit our heating and cooling contractor website. This landing page focuses on an easy hot button and emergency repair. But what if this HVAC contractor wanted to create a landing page for their general furnace repair? Their headline, subheadline might look something like this. Need to find an HVAC contractor who won't rip you off? 3 questions to ask in order to guarantee fast service, fair pricing, and professional repairs. This headline interrupts and the subheadline engages by promising a solution. In this case, the right questions to ask to make sure you find a reputable contractor. But let's suppose this small business owner wasn't comfortable with video and elected to go with text instead of video. The first thing they need to do is resist the temptation to list everything they do, and instead focus on only one hot button at a time. You will only have a few seconds to inform a prospective homeowner how your HVAC company will solve their major hot button. So, what if we created text that educated by saying something like,